Giannis Antetokounmpo has been battle-tested his entire career. After coming into the league as a 15th overall pick, this guy was doubted from a young age, but everyone knew that he was going to be a project. And now we fast forward to the 2021 NBA season. He is a NBA champion and now a Finals MVP. Now, before I jump ship right into the video, I want to say that Giannis, at 26 years of age, has the potential to go down as the greatest player to have ever played the game of basketball. That is not a disrespectful thing to Michael Jordan or LeBron James, who are clear and definitively the two greatest players who have ever played the game. You can chop that up however you want. Giannis is on the trajectory to being the greatest player of all time at 26 years of age. Now, I do believe that he will be a top 10 or a top 5 player of all time, but to completely disregard him and leave him out of the GOAT conversation by the end of his career, where it's looking like it's going to be headed, is absolutely incorrect. And Giannis has the potential to be the greatest player in NBA history. Now, 2 out of the last 3 seasons, we've seen Giannis Antetokounmpo win the NBA MVP, Nikola Jokic winning the MVP this year. So the last 2 years, Giannis was back-to-back NBA regular season MVP. His first season as an MVP, he had one of the greatest, most historic NBA regular seasons we've seen in NBA history. Historic numbers that we haven't seen since guys like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, Shaquille O'Neal. The pure dominance and strength of this guy. His PER was through the roof, and Giannis Antetokounmpo was the reason why the Milwaukee Bucks were such a dominant force in the regular season. Then, of course, when we fast forward to that 2019 Eastern Conference Finals, they have a 2-0 lead on the Toronto Raptors, and that's the exact same year Kawhi Leonard and the Toronto Raptors get their first ever NBA Finals championship, and Giannis blows a 2-0 lead. But Giannis was 24 years of age at the time. We're not really trying to get onto him that much, even though he definitely was scrutinized a lot more than he should have been. Then you fast forward to the 2020 NBA season. There's a global pandemic with COVID-19. All the players are in the NBA bubble. 23 out of the 30 teams are in the bubble. And Giannis and the Milwaukee Bucks lose to the Miami Heat in the Eastern Conference semifinals. They lose to Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo 4-1 in that series, and Giannis was scrutinized yet again, saying that this guy cannot get it done come playoff time with his style of basketball and his brand because he does not have a perimeter jumper come playoff time. And that's been the argument for a guy like Ben Simmons, we'll say, for example. The difference is Ben Simmons refuses to shoot the ball, and also Ben Simmons is not as aggressive as a guy like Giannis Antetokounmpo, which was on clear and full display in this year's 2021 NBA Finals, when Giannis Antetokounmpo was averaging 35, 13, and 5 in the NBA Finals, beating the Phoenix Suns and beating Chris Paul, who for the first time in his career reached the NBA Finals, but was not able to capture an NBA Finals championship. Giannis has now officially lamented himself as a top 2 player in the NBA right now. If you want to say Kevin Durant, go for it. I'm not really going to argue anybody who wants to say Kevin Durant, but if you don't think that Kevin Durant or Giannis Antetokounmpo is the clear and definitive best player in basketball, reevaluate your thinking and your criteria of the best player in basketball. Giannis Antetokounmpo has shown the ability on both sides of the ball to be pure and strength dominance. His assertiveness is unmatched. You saw the 2 clear blocks that were some of the greatest plays in NBA Finals history, hell, even in NBA history. The one he had on DeAndre Ayton to win the Game 4, I think that was Game 4 in Milwaukee. That block took some serious athleticism and some heart to go up there and try to block that, because he even said himself he thought he was going to get postered. Devin Booker lobs it up to DeAndre Ayton, and Giannis goes up there and just rejects that shot to save the day and get that Game 4 victory to tie that series up 2-2. Then you saw in Game 1, he had that ridiculous chase down block on, I believe, Mikal Bridges, if I'm not mistaken. That chase down block was very reminiscent of LeBron James back in the finals when he had that block on Andre Iguodala. Giannis Antetokounmpo, both sides of the floor, is the clear and definitive best player in basketball. As I said, if you want to call that to Kevin Durant, go for it. I'm not really going to argue anybody KD, because KD offensively is just built different. There's never been a player like Kevin Durant. But Giannis Antetokounmpo was on clear and full display in the finals. He showed up when it mattered the most. He's a Finals MVP, and the trajectory of this guy's career is headed towards that with all the accolades he's built up. Now, I do want to go on a little bit of a side tangent, because even though I did say that the Bucks would win this series in 6, as they did, and Giannis Antetokounmpo and Chris Paul both got to their first ever NBA Finals, of course, Giannis is a lot younger than Chris Paul. Chris Paul obviously being in his 16th year in the league, and Giannis Antetokounmpo being 26 years of age. Giannis has got plenty of time left in the NBA, and Chris Paul, on the other hand, does not have much time in the NBA left, and this is probably going to be his last time ever making the NBA Finals, and his only time ever making the NBA Finals, unless he joins a super team on like some cheap veterans minimum deal at some other point in his career. I had said before the series and I still stick by it. Giannis winning a ring is more important to his legacy than it is to Chris Paul's. Now hear me out and let me explain what I mean by that. Giannis winning a ring at 26 years of age is going to be more important to his legacy because he has the ability to continue to build on his accolades and to continue to build on that top 10, top 5 potential GOAT status that I referred to earlier in the video. This guy has the potential to be one of the most dominant players in NBA history. If not, I think he could retire right now. He could be a Hall of Famer. And Giannis Antetokounmpo has that ability, in what he's done in a super team era, stayed loyal in Milwaukee, didn't build a super team, and stuck with his teammates, Chris Middleton, Mike Budenholzer, and the rest of the crew, stayed loyal to the city, and won a championship. Chris Paul's had his opportunities to at least reach the finals or at least be competitive for a finals. Everyone acknowledges that Chris Paul, regardless of a ring or not, is a top 8 point guard of all time. A lot of people have him top 5. I don't, even as a lifelong diehard Chris Paul fan. I have him at about 7 or 8. That's a topic for another day. Chris Paul's legacy, regardless of a ring, is lamented and defined. It's already put in sentiment stone, regardless of if he finishes with a ring or not. The emotions, and it's a great story to say that, hey, Chris Paul is a lifelong all-time great point guard. We want to see him get a ring, and look, it's his 16th year in the league. We would have loved to see him get a ring. That's fair, you can say that. But to say that this is going to affect his legacy is not going to affect his legacy. It's just a good thing to put on his resume after his long and tenuous NBA career. That's it. Him winning a ring does not lament him into a top 5 point guard. If you want to call him top 5, fine, that's your list. But in my eyes, it doesn't, okay? He's still top 7, top 8, regardless. Giannis has the chance to build on his accolades with this finals MVP, with this ring that he's now got, and all the MVPs, Defensive Player of the Year, Most Improved Players, all NBA teams this guy's been making, all defensive teams. Giannis has that, and that's more important to his legacy at this point in his career. Giannis is 26 and got a ring. LeBron didn't get a ring until he was 27. MJ not until he's 28. Imagine if Giannis dominates the league like he's been doing for at least another 10 years. I'm sure there's going to be a couple other All-Stars that he's going to be playing with, whether it's in Milwaukee or another team, which, you know, we'll just say Milwaukee for now because he's clearly shown the ability to stay loyal. Giannis is going to be a top 10 player at minimum if he can stay healthy at the end of his career, and this guy has the potential to be in the GOAT conversation. I just want to take a moment to say congratulations to all the Milwaukee fans out there. You guys deserve it. You guys are a small market. If you guys know me, you guys know that I'm a diehard Utah Jazz and Orlando Magic fan. Growing up in Jacksonville, Florida, my dad's from Utah, so I've always grown up rooting for the Orlando Magic because that's the hometown team, and I've always grown up rooting for the Utah Jazz because that's my personal connection. I have a love for both teams. So rooting for small market teams, I understand, and the ability for a guy who's a superstar to stay loyal is amazing, and congratulations to the whole city of Milwaukee. You guys deserve it. Giannis is a great, humble dude, one of the most likable guys in the NBA. Congratulations to y'all. That's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I want to hear, what do you guys think about the potential of Giannis to go down as the greatest player of all time? Hell, even a top 10 player. I want to hear you guys' thoughts and comments down in the section below, and then kind of what you guys thought about Chris Paul not being able to get that ring and get over that hump in his career. But that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much. If you guys enjoyed the content, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe down below for more NBA and more Jacksonville Jaguars content that I do here on YouTube as well. That's it for this video. Thank you guys so much, and I'll catch you next time, boys. Peace.